Good afternoon. How are you doing, Carol? Tutto bene? Floxy, tutto bene? Allora, so like I said, we'll be going through the topics you people said you were finding it a bit difficult. And the first topic we are going to treat is the patenti and punti. Patenti and punti or patenti e documenti. Okay, so just 30 seconds, then we are starting. Because I'm not going to repeat it. It's just the same thing that I've said before. I'll just repeat it. Okay. Just 30 seconds and we are starting. Okay. So, concerning patenti and documenti or patenti and punti, we are going to look at all the things we need to know in order to pass the exams concerning this specific topic. After the teaching, what we are doing will remain on the YouTube channel. So if you check the YouTube channel where you are now, it is a different one. So my advice is subscribe and turn on the notification. Okay, so that whenever we come online, you can have access to the things we do. That is, at least to those that are part of the class already. Is that clear for everyone? Talk to me. Write something in the comment section. Good evening, everyone. Pretty good. Esther, Mr. Merak, Godfred, Mr. Vincent, Carlo, Floxy, Agomo. Okay, good. Let's start. Now, concerning patenti, we'll be looking at all the right answers and explanation of what we should know. Please pay attention. So, the whole topic involves these three things. Let me say these four things. Carta di circolazione, which is the libretto. Patente di guida, which is the driving license. Autorizzazione per l'esercitazione alla guida, which is the authorization in order to drive on the road, which is the foglio rosa. Certificato di assicurazione obbligatorio, which is the insurance. Okay, so let's move forward on the real thing. Now, on patenti e punti, we have veicoli su strade pubbliche, which is vehicles on public roads. Now we will be watching all the right answers that we need to know. So please take a screenshot or take a pen and write something. Okay, let's start. Let me zoom it so that everybody can see it better. So it says, è vietato utilizzare un autoveicolo sulle strade pubbliche quando il veicolo non è coperto dall'assicurazione per la responsabilità civile. So the answer is vero, meaning It is prohibited to use a vehicle on public road when the vehicle does not have what? Insurance. So the answer is what? It is vero, of course. È vietato condurre un autoveicolo sulle strade pubbliche quando non si possiede la patente di guida necessaria per quel tipo di veicolo, vero? Meaning, it is prohibited for us to drive a specific vehicle on the road, on public road, when we do not have the specific type of driving license. So it is vero. For instance, this question here, why is the answer vero? It's because every driving license has a specific vehicle that you can use it to drive. Okay. The next one. È di norma vietato condurre sulle strade pubbliche un autoveicolo non immatricolato. Meaning it is prohibited to drive a vehicle on public road that is not registered. Non immatricolato means not registered. Okay, so that is why it is vero. Now, the falso ones, we will not even go there because all that we need to know is the right thing, which is the right answers. That's how you learn. If not, you will have too many things on your head. Please, this part that I've treated right now, is it clear for everyone? Yes or no? Ok, andiamo avanti. Ok, the next one is documenti per la circolazione, which is documentations for the circulation or the documents that are needed for us to circulate on the road. Now let's see, which documents are they even talking about? Nana Sami, good evening. Augustina, prepare yourself. I'll be joining you on the screen today. Yeah. All those that are getting ready for exams, I'll be joining everybody on the screen. Now, concerning the documentations, it says, un autoveicolo per poter circolare deve essere munito delle targhe identificative affinché sia possibile risalire all'intestatario del mezzo. Why is the answer vero? Because he says a vehicle, before it can circulate on the road, it must have a driving plate, which is targhe identificative, so that with it, they can identify the owner, all'intestatario del mezzo. They can identify the owner of the vehicle. So it is vero. Un autoveicolo per poter circolare deve essere munito della carta di circolazione, vero? It says a car, before it can circulate on the road, it must have what? It must have carta di circolazione, which is the libretto. Very good. Madam Esther, it's like you didn't say anything. If people have to talk, you have to talk. I am there. You can send me a message at any time. You can call me at any time. I will respond. You don't wait till you go to the exams, then you call. You have to communicate, okay? Anyway, no problem. Like I said, I'll be joining all those that will be having their exams, so it's not a problem. So un autoveicolo, before a car, before it can circulate, or any vehicle at all, before it can circulate on the road, it must have a carta di circolazione, which is the libretto. No problem, Mr. Merak. It must have a carta di circolazione, which is the libretto. Okay. What are the information on the libretto? Your name, your surname, your date of birth, the day you bought the car, okay, the driving plate of the vehicle, the weight of the vehicle, and the engine capacity of the vehicle. Those are the informations on the car. Or those are the information on the libretto. Very good. Okay. The next one is un autoveicolo per poter circolare deve essere munito del segnale mobile di pericolo, triangolo. Vero. It says the mobile triangle sign must be in the vehicle before the vehicle can circulate on the road. Now, I know many people don't have it, but I'm telling you, you that are coming new, be prepared. You must have it in your car. Okay? Because if the police stops you and you don't have it, it is what? It is trouble. They will give you multa of 40 something euro. Yeah. 40 something euro. They will give it to you to go and pay. Now, let's move to the next thing. We did documenti per la circolazione now, and now we are moving on. Now we are moving on. Target dei veicoli, which is the driving plate of the vehicles. Target dei veicoli, driving plate of the vehicle. All the right answers concerning the target. It says le targhe dei veicoli devono essere apposte saldamente e in posizione corretta. Of course. He said the driving plate of the vehicles must be positioned properly. So the answer is what? Of course, vero. It must be positioned properly. So the answer is vero. The next one, le targhe dei veicoli devono essere sempre ben leggibili. Vero. It says the driving plate of the vehicles must be always readable. Devono essere sempre ben leggibili. The word ben means is the abbreviation of bene, bene. So it is what? Vero. Very good. Are you following? Yes or no? The next one. Le targhe dei veicoli non devono essere sporche. Vero. It says the driving plate of the vehicles should not be dirty. Yes, of course, because they have to be well visible. If they are dirty, it will not be well visible. Simple. That's why it is vero. The next one. Le targhe dei veicoli non devono essere manomesse o contraffatte. Manomesse o contraffatte. Now, the word manomesse means modified in Italian language. I repeat, the word manomesse means modified in Italian language. Contraffatte means you have changed the original state of the very thing into something else. Contraffatte, it means what? Changing the original state of the thing into another state which is not supposed to be. For instance, the figures is supposed to be maybe 3, 4, 6. You change it into 4, 4, 6. That's the meaning of contraffatte. Okay? The word contraffatte, they use it for words comparable with fraud. Fraud. Okay? Fraud. Okay, so that is why the answer is vero. The last question, which answer is vero? It says, now what I'm showing you, if you pay attention, you keep this thing in your head, you shouldn't have any problem. Today, after everything, we will go through the quiz of Mr. Amidou, the exams that he did, because I want you to see clear that what we are doing, the questions, the vocabularies you are watching on this channel is the same you are meeting at the exams, just as I've been telling you anyway. So here it says, gli autoveicoli usati per le esercitazioni di guida devono essere muniti sia anteriormente che posteriormente di appositi pannelli retroriflettenti recanti la lettera P. Principiante. Okay, it is vero because it says the vehicles that are being used for the exercise or the practical exercise for those that are learning how to drive, they must have the panel P or the sign P behind their vehicles. So the answer is vero. Now, the P stands for what? Principiante. Principiante. What is the meaning of the word principiante? What's the meaning of the word principiante? Principiante simply means, yeah, well done, Mr. Vincent. Principiante means a prince, a prince. It comes from the word prince. Now, the reason I have to explain it this way so that you can understand it well. So I'm explaining the word principiante now. The word principiante comes from the word a prince. Now, the prince is under the king. So the king commands the prince. Okay? The king commands the prince, meaning because the prince is the son of the king. So the principiante means a young person without experience. So principiante means a young person without experience. That is why the prince is under the king to rule over him. Do you understand why I have to go to that area? So that you can understand well the word principiante. Talk to me, write something in the comment section. Let me see if you understand what I'm saying. Allora, let's move forward. Now, abilitazioni patente AM, which is the vehicles that we are allowed to drive with the driving license AM. Let's see. Con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre quadricicli leggeri. Ok, con la patente AM si possono condurre quadricicli leggeri. So with the driving license AM, you can drive vehicles with 4 tires, but the light version, which is the leggeri, which is the light vehicles with 4 tires. Okay, the next one we have, it says, con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre I ciclomotori a 2 ruote. Vero? It says, with the driving license AM, you can drive scooter with 2 tires. Yes, of course, it is vero. Con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre I ciclomotori a 3 ruote. Again, vero. It says with the driving license AM, you can drive scooter with 3 tires. Of course, so the answer is vero. La patente AM si può conseguire a 14 anni di età. Yes, it is vero. Meaning the driving license AM, you must be having 14 years before you can go for it. So the answer is what? Vero. The last one, la patente AM abilita alla guida di ciclomotori con motore termico non superiore a 50 cm3. Non superiore a 50 cm3. And the answer is, of course, vero. The 50 cm3 is the engine capacity, okay? So that is why it is vero. Very good. The next one, patente di categoria A1. Now, with the driving license A1, what are we allowed to drive on the road? Let's check it out. Now, it says, con la patente di categoria A1 si possono condurre I motocicli con o senza carrozzetta di cilindrata fino a 125 cm3. Remember, I used to say this. 125 cm3. Potenza non superiore a 11 kW e rapporto potenza-peso non superiore a 0.1 kW per chilogrammo. So it is vero, meaning with the driving license A1, you can drive motorbikes with covering or without covering, with engine capacity up to 125 cm3. Ok? Potenza non superiore a 11 kW e rapporto peso non superiore a 0.1 kW per chilogrammo. So if you keep it in your head and you see this in the exams, why won't you pass it? You will get it right. So it is vero. Very good. The next one. Con la patente di categoria A1 si possono condurre I tricicli a motore di potenza non superiore a 15 kW. Vero. It says, with the driving license A1, you can drive 3 cycles, vehicles with 3 tires, with engine capacity not more than 15 kW. So it is absolutely vero. The next one, con la patente di categoria A1 si possono condurre le macchine agricole che rientrano nei limiti di sagoma e di massa previsti per I motoveicoli. Vero? It says, with the driver license A1, we can drive agricultural vehicles of the small version of the agricultural vehicles. That is, nei limiti di sagoma di massa previsti per I motoveicoli, meaning agricultural vehicles that their shape is according to the capacity of a motorbike. So that's why the answer is vero. The next one, la patente di categoria A1 può essere conseguita da chi ha almeno 16 anni di età. It is vero. It said the driver license A1 can be given to one who has 16 years old or at least 16 years. Is that clear for everyone? The next one, which it says la patente di categoria A1 abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con la patente AM. Vero. It says the driving license A1 allows you to drive vehicles that we can drive with the driving license AM. Why? Why is it that with the A1 you can drive also the scooter or vehicles of the AM? Because A1 is bigger than AM. Simple. That's the reason why. Okay, very good. Let's move to patente di categoria A2. So the driving license A2, let's see what it does or what it allows us to drive. So the A2, it says con la patente di categoria A2 si possono condurre i motocicli con o senza carrozzetta di potenza fino a 35 kW, rapporto potenza-peso non superiore a 0,2 kW per chilogrammo, purché non siano derivati da una versione dello stesso modello che sviluppi oltre il doppio della potenza massima. So it is vero. Why is the answer vero? What's this? It says with the driving license A2, you can drive motorbikes with or without covering, with engine capacity up to 35 kilowatt. And rapporto peso non superiore, not more than 0.2 kilowatt. Meanwhile, with the A1, the kilowatt here was 0.1, if you remember. So the A2 being superior than A1 allows you to drive what? Motorbike that is up to 35 kilowatt. Rapporto potenza-peso not more than 0.2 kilowatt. So far as they are not of a different version. Okay, so far as they are not of a version that do not develop an engine capacity double of the one they are indicating here on the screen. So that is why the A2 is vero. Yeah, Mr. Vincent. The vero is what you need to know because the falso is just the opposite of what is written. That's why we are treating the vero. Because if you add the falso to it right now, everybody here will be confused. So that's why you have to focus on the right answers. Even in Italian driving school, when you go there, they will tell you this is the right thing. So if you see something else different, it is falso. That's how we teach. If we add the falso right now, people will be confused. So that's why we are treating the right thing to know. Okay, Mr. Vincent. Okay. Now, look at this question. For instance, it says, la patente di categoria A2 abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con le patenti A1 e AM. So it is vero. It says, A2 driving license allows you to drive vehicles of A1 and AM. So it is vero. So now you know this, the A2, you can use it to drive vehicles of A1 and AM. So if the question asks you something different, you know that it is false. So simple. Okay. The next one. La patente di categoria A2 può essere conseguita da chi ha almeno 18 anni di età. Yeah, it is vero. So if you have 18 years, you can go for the A2. Very simple. La patente di categoria A2 consente al titolare di trasportare un passeggero, listen to this carefully, un passeggero, solo se il posto del passeggero è previsto sulla carta di circolazione del veicolo, vero? Meaning, with the driving license A2 or A2, it allows you to transport passengers on the motorbike only if it is written on the libretto, which is the carta di circolazione of the vehicle. Okay. Please write in the comment section. Let me know if you are learning something. If I'm wasting your time, you can also write it that you are wasting my time. Let me know before we move forward. Because you are being quiet. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to write something in the comment section. Oh, okay. Mr. Vincent says, yes, I'm learning. And Asami, I'm learning. Nice teaching, Floxy, yes. We are well entertained. Okay. Let's move forward. Il titolare di patente di categoria A2 da almeno 2 anni può conseguire la patente A, che abilita alla guida di tutti i motocicli anche se ha meno di 24 anni. Vero? What does it mean? It says, if you have the driving license A2 for at least 2 years, you can go for the Patente A, even though for the Patente A, that allows you to drive all motorbikes, even if you have less than 24 years old. So that's why it is vero. Because A, Patente A, this one, it allows you to drive what? All motorbikes. So it is absolutely vero. The last one here, it says, il titolare di patente di categoria A2 può condurre anche le macchine agricole che rientrano nei limiti di sagoma e di massa dei motoveicoli, vero? It says, the owner of the driver license A2 can drive also agricultural vehicles that are within the shape of the motorbike shape. So it shouldn't be bigger than the shape of the motorbike. So that's why the answer of this one too is vero. Okay, good. Please, I repeat, if you know you have done all the topics, if you know you have done all the topics, when we finish treating the 2 topics that we'll be doing, and also if you know your exam time is near, I'll be sending the link as soon as we finish dealing with the topics. right now or very soon. Within 1 hour, we'll be done with all the topics so that we will go on the quiz, esame ministeriale, for those who have done all the topics so that they can prepare for the exams as well. Now, patente di categoria A, which is the bigger one. Okay. So the patente di categoria A, it says, con la patente di categoria A si possono condurre tutti I motocicli con o senza carrozzetta. So the answer is vero. Okay, PSG. PSG is asking a question here. It says, sagoma. Sagoma means shape. PSG. Sagoma means shape. Okay, it means the shape. Okay. So, the question says, con la patente di categoria A si possono condurre tutti I motocicli, con o senza carrozzetta. So it is vero. He said with the driving license A, you can drive all motorbikes. Yes, of course, with covering or without covering. So it is vero. Con la patente di categoria A si possono condurre tutti I tricicli a motore, ma solo se il conducente ha almeno 21 anni. Vero? It says, with the driving license A, we can drive all vehicles with 3 tires and engine, but only if the driver has at least 21 years. So it is vero. Very good. La patente di categoria A abilita a guidare I motocicli di cilindrata superiore a 25 cm3, anche che sviluppano una velocità superiore a 45 km/h. Vero? It says with the driving license A, we can drive motorbikes with cylinder capacity superior than 50 cm3 and with a speed of more than 45 kilometers per hour. Yes, of course, it is vero, because the A is the biggest version. So definitely the speed will be bigger than 45 kilometers per hour. La patente di categoria A può essere conseguita con accesso diretto, ma da chi non è già titolare di patente A2 da almeno 2 anni, solo se ha compiuto 24 anni di età. Now watch this question carefully. This question, watch it carefully. It says the driving license A can be given with direct access to someone who is not a owner of the driving license A2 for at least 2 years, who is not the owner. Okay. Only if this person has 24 years old. So it is vero. But there is another question which is similar to it, which is the one below. So people get confused and thinking that this one is false or this one is false, but both of them is what? Is vero. So what's this? Look at this, the similarities in this and in this one. If you're not careful, you say one is false or one is vero, but both of them is vero. So let's see why this one too is vero. It says, la patente di categoria A può essere conseguita da a 20 anni di età, 20 years old, con accesso graduale, with gradual access, by someone who already has A2 for at least 2 years. For at least how many years? 2 years. So it is also what? Vero. That's what I'm saying. After we treat it, we will not treat it again. So if you are watching, watch it well. Okay. Now, for this thing here, there's nothing to explain much because the R, Patente R, is bigger than all. So it can drive all motorbikes. Simple. Okay. Let's go to the next one. La patente di categoria A abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con le patenti A1, A2 e AM. Vero? It says the driving license A enables you to drive vehicles that can be driven with the driving license A1, A2, and AM. Why is that so? Simply because the A is bigger than all the driving licenses are. Okay. The next one. Con la patente di categoria A si possono condurre anche i tricicli di potenza superiore a 15 kW, ma solo se il conducente ha almeno 21 anni di età. Vero? It says the driving license A, with the driving license A, you can drive also tricycles. Okay? With engine capacity above 15 kilowatt, only if the driver has at least 21 years. So it is simple, vero. Are you learning something? Okay. So now we are going on the next patente. Now we did the patente A. Now we are going on patente di categoria B1. Driving license B1. Let's see what we can drive with it. La patente di categoria B1 può essere conseguita a 16 anni di età. So the B1, you must have what? 16 years old before you can access it. Simple. Okay. La patente di categoria B1 abilita a condurre alcuni tipi di quadricicli non leggeri. Vero? It says the B1 allows you to drive some quadricycles, some, which is alcuni, vehicles with 4 tires, non-leggeri, which is that are not light. So it means the heavier version. So it is what? Vero. Ok. La patente di categoria B1 abilita a condurre i quadricicli non leggeri con manubrio quad. So it is vero. It says the driving license B1 enables you to drive vehicles with 4 tires. Non-leggeri, which is that are not light. Okay, that are not light. So the answer also is vero. Why? Because the B patente, either B1 or the B, allows you to drive vehicles with what? 4 tires. Okay, that's why it talks about quadricicli, non leggeri or leggeri. Okay, very good. Let's move to the next patente. Okay, the next patente is the patente B, which is the one you people are doing. Let's see. La patente di categoria B abilita a condurre gli autoveicoli di massa massima autorizzata non superiore a 3,5 tonnellate destinati al trasporto di non più di 8 persone oltre al conducente, vero? So he says that the driving license B enables you to drive vehicles that are not heavier than 3.5 tons. Do you remember? Okay. And with the transportation of people, not more than 8 people, non superiori a 8 persone, apart from the driver or above the driver. So that one too is absolutely vero. Okay. Then here it says, la patente di categoria B abilita a condurre le autovetture anche se trainanti un rimorchio leggero, massa fino a 750 kg. Now, some people had problem with this. Rimorchio leggero is the rimorchio that the weight is 750 kilograms. So please remember. So with the driving license B, it allows you to drive also vehicles with 4 tires that are towing a rimorchio leggero, a light trailer. Simple. A light trailer, which their weight is 750 kilograms. Simple. So it is vero. La patente di categoria B abilita a condurre gli autocaravan di massa massima autorizzata non superiore a 3.5 tonnellate. Vero? It says with the B, you are allowed to drive autocaravan with a weight not more than 3.5 tons. Vero? Okay. So far as the weight is not more than 3.5 tons, you can use the B to drive that vehicle. Doesn't matter the type of vehicle. La patente di categoria B abilita a condurre le macchine agricole, comprese quelle definite eccezionali. Vero. It says with the driving license B, it enables you to drive agricultural vehicles. Also, the comprese anche quelle eccezionali, which is the exceptional ones, which is the one with specific parts connected to it. So it is vero as well. La patente di categoria B abilita a condurre le autovetture trainanti un rimorchio non leggero, massa oltre 750 kg, purché la massa massima autorizzata del complesso non superi 3.5 tonnellate. So it is vero. So it says with the B you can tow other vehicles or trailers that their weight is not more than 3.5 tons. So it is absolutely vero. La patente di categoria B consente di guidare, ma solo sul territorio nazionale, Italia, i veicoli che si possono condurre con la patente A1. So it is vero. So it says with the driving license B, it allows you to drive only in Italy. All the vehicles that you can drive with the A1. Okay? So the answer is vero. Very good. The next one. La patente di categoria B abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con le patenti AM e B1. Vero? It says with the B, you can drive all the vehicles of AM and also B1. Yes, it is vero. Why? Because the B is bigger than AM and B1. Now, all of you should know that when you go for the Patente B, you will see on your driving license that they have written B on top, and below it they have written AM, meaning with the B you can drive also scooter. Is that clear for everyone? La patente di categoria B consente di guidare solo sul territorio nazionale, Italia, e se il conducente ha almeno 21 anni I tricicli a motore di potenza superiore a 15 kW. Meaning with the B, you can drive only on the land of Italy, and you have 21 years old, 3 cycles with engine capacity above 15 kilowatts. So the answer is vero. Very good. The next one, la patente di categoria B abilita a condurre gli autocarri di massa massima autorizzata non superiore a 3.500 kg, anche se trainanti un rimorchio leggero, massa fino a 750 kg. So it is absolutely vero, meaning with the B you can drive trailers, not above 3,500 kilograms, with towing a vehicle of 750 kilograms. Okay, meaning so the maximum weight should not be more than 3,500 kilograms. That's what they are saying. So the answer is vero, of course. The last one, it says, la patente di categoria B consente di condurre tutti i tipi di quadricicli a motore. Vero? Meaning with the B, you can drive all vehicles with 4 tires that has engine. So the answer is absolutely vero as well. Is that clear? Very good. Okay. Let's move to the next one. Codice armonizzato 96. Codice armonizzato 96. So let's check the codice armonizzato 96. So it says, with the codice armonizzato 96, it says, la patente di categoria B con codice armonizzato 96 consente di guidare le autovetture trainanti un rimorchio non leggero oltre 750 kg, purché la massa massima autorizzata del complesso non sia superiore a 4.250 kg. Vero? Meaning, with the B con codice armonizzato 96, you can tow a trailer, but the maximum weight should not be more than 4,250 kilograms. I repeat, with the B96, the complex vehicle, the maximum weight should not be more than 4,250 kilograms. Is that clear? We are explaining the patente topic here again. Okay. Let's move to the next one. La patente di categoria B con codice armonizzato 96 può essere conseguita anche successivamente al conseguimento della patente di categoria B, superando una prova di guida su specifico veicolo, vero? Meaning the driver license B with the code 96 can be given to the one who has the driver license B. That must go for a test on a specific vehicle in order to access the B96. So it's absolutely vero. Okay, because the B96 allowed you to drive a bigger or a heavier vehicle. Now we will see what is the maximum weight of the B with the codice armonizzato 96 is. So here it says, la patente di categoria B, codice armonizzato 96, può essere conseguita anche contestualmente alla patente di categoria B, sostenendo una prova di guida su specifico veicolo. Simple, vero. Meaning the B armonizzato 96 can be given to the one who undergoes a second test on a specific vehicle. Simple, so it is vero. Now they are telling us the maximum weight. It says, with code 96 on the B, enable us to drive vehicles towing a trailer not more than, rimorchio non leggero, above 750 kilograms. So far as the weight of the complex is not more than 4,250 kilograms. So do you understand that B96, the weight should not be more than 4,250 kilograms? Armonizzato 96 simply means added to or modified weight. Armonizzato simply means added to or modified weight. So B modified with 96 simply means with the B 96 you can drive a vehicle heavier than 3,500 kilograms but not more than 4,250 kilograms. Okay, Mr. Vincent? Allora, let's go to the next one, which is this. Per guidare un'autovettura che traina un rimorchio non leggero oltre 750 kg con massa massima autorizzata del complesso superiore a 3.500 kg ma non superiore a 4.250 kg, è sufficiente aver conseguito la patente di categoria B con codice armonizzato 96. So it is vero. Why? It says with the B96 allows you to drive a rimorchio which is not light but above 750 kilograms with a maximum weight above 3,500 kilograms ma non superiore a 4.250, meaning but not more than, not heavier than 4,250 kilograms. Okay, so it is vero because it allows you, the B96 allows you to drive the vehicle that is not more than 4,250 kilograms. Okay, let's move to the next patente. So we did the B96, now we are going on the BA. Allora, patente BA. Let me reduce it. So with the BA it says, la patente di categoria BA abilita a condurre complessi di veicoli composti da un autoveicolo di massa massima autorizzata fino a 3.500 kg e da un rimorchio di massa fino a 3.500 kg anche se la massa del complesso veicolare è superiore a 4.250 kg, vero? Meaning with the BA, you can drive complex vehicles. The weight of the trailer is 3,500 kilograms. In addition to your vehicle, the weight can be more than 4,250 kilograms. So it is vero because the BA is bigger than the B96. Okay, you people remember that the B96, the maximum weight is 4,250 kilograms, but the BA says more because the BA, it will be giving us 7,000 kilograms. So we will see it as we move forward. Per guidare un'autovettura che traina un rimorchio di massa massima autorizzata di 2000 kg e massa massima autorizzata del complesso veicolare pari a 4.500 kg, è necessario aver conseguito la patente di categoria BE. So it is vero, meaning with the BA, you can drive a vehicle that the maximum weight of the vehicle is 2,000 kilograms and the complex vehicle is exactly 4,500 kilograms. So it is vero. We can use it to drive those vehicles because the BA, the maximum weight is 7 tons, which is 7,000 kilograms. Okay, the next one. La patente di categoria BE abilita a condurre autotreni composti da un autoveicolo di massa massima autorizzata fino a 3.500 kg e da un rimorchio di massa fino a 3.500 kg. Yes, it is vero. Meaning, with the BA, you can drive a vehicle which is 3,500 kilograms, and with the trailer, up to 3,500 kilograms. So the addition of 3,500 plus 3,500, how much is it? Is it not 7,000? Exactly, it is 7,000. That's why I told you with the BA, you can drive up to 7,000 kilograms vehicle. Is that clear for everyone? This topic, you better pay attention. If not, it will be chaos in your head. Even after we have treated it, you have to go through it again in order to remember at least the right answers. When you are learning, you have to learn with a strategy. It's not just about learning. You have to learn with a strategy so that you don't waste your time. That's why we are focusing on one side. If you know one side, the rest is easy. Now, the next one. La patente di categoria BE abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con le patenti di categoria AM, B1, B e B con codice armonizzato 96. So it is vero. Meaning the BA, since it's the biggest, okay, you can use it to drive what? AM vehicles, B1 vehicles, B vehicles, and B con codice armonizzato 96 vehicles. Is that clear? So it's a simple vero. The last one, con codice per condurre un autoveicolo di massa massima autorizzata pari a 3.500 kg che traina un rimorchio di massa massima autorizzata di 1.000 kg, è necessario aver conseguito la patente di categoria BE. Absolutely vero. Meaning, to drive a vehicle that tows a trailer of 1,000 kilograms, and the vehicle itself being 3,500 kilograms, you must have at least the driver license BA. Why? Because the addition of these vehicles it will be 4,500. Why? Because it will be 1,000 kilograms plus 3,500 kilograms. So you need a BA to drive that vehicle because the BA can carry up to 7,000 kilograms. Are you learning something or I am wasting your time? Like I used to say, if I'm wasting your time, you can write it there. You are wasting my time. Okay, so we did the BA. Now we are going on Ritiro Patente di Guida. Okay. Let's move forward on Ritiro Patente di Guida. Now, on Ritiro Patente di Guida, what is Ritiro Patente di Guida? That is the violations, the laws that you break, that they withdraw your driver license. They take your driver license from you, and then they will give it to you after a period of time. It says, la patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione a seguito di violazione che comporti le sanzioni accessorie della sospensione della patente, vero? Meaning the driving license is immediately suspended. Or let me say ritirata, withdrawn. When you are driving and you violate a law on the road. Okay, so the answer is vero. The next one. La patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione quando si accerti che il conducente guida con patente cui validità è scaduta, vero? Meaning your driving license is being withdrawn from you whilst driving when they realize that your driving license is expired. Okay, so it is a simple, vero. La patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione quando il conducente sia alla guida in stato di ebbrezza, vero? Meaning your driving license is being withdrawn from you when the police realizes that you are drunk. Stato di ebbrezza, meaning the person is drunk. So it is absolutely vero. The next one. La patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione se il conducente non sistema correttamente il carico mal disposto dopo invito degli organi di polizia. Vero? Meaning the driver license is immediately withdrawn on the circulation if the driver does not systemize the load on the vehicle when he is being alerted by the police. So it is vero. The next one. La patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione se a seguito di incidente sono derivate lesioni a persone. Vero. Meaning the driver license is immediately withdrawn while you are circulating and you caused an accident, and in the accident somebody got hurt, okay, because you didn't drive well. So the answer is what? Vero. Now, when you see the word lesione a persona means when the person is hurt. Okay. The next one. La patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione quando il conducente, obbligato a sostenere un esame di revisione, non vi si è sottoposto nei termini prescritti. Vero? Meaning your driving license is immediately withdrawn while you are driving. When the driver, when he or she was supposed to go for the revision of the driver license, and he or she did not go at the right scheduled time. So that is why the answer is vero. Very good. Now let's go on the next one. Now we did the ritiro della patente di guida. Now we are going to revisione della patente di guida, which is the revision. Now, revisione della patente di guida. What is revisione? It's when you go and renew your driver license, okay, from the motorizzazione. Now it says, la revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta quando sorgono dubbi che il conducente sia ancora in possesso dei requisiti fisici, psichici prescritti. Meaning, you will be told to go and do the revision of the driver license when there are doubts, sorgono dubbi, when there are doubts that the driver does not have the mental capacity and the psychological stability to keep on driving. That's why the answer is vero. La revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta dall'ufficio motorizzazione civile o dal prefetto, vero? Meaning, the revision of the driving license can be asked or done by the motorizzazione or by the prefect. Perfetto. Perfetto, okay? So the answer is vero. La revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta a seguito di incidente stradale che ha procurato lesioni gravi a persone, vero? Meaning the revision of the driving license can be done when, or can be requested when there is an accident and somebody is hurt through that accident. So the answer is vero. La revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta qualora sorgano dubbi che il conducente sia ancora in possesso dell'idoneità tecnica alla guida. And the answer is what? Vero. Meaning, the revision of the driving license can be done quando there are doubts whether you are capable of driving decently or driving well. That is, sia in possesso dell'idoneità tecnica alla guida. So it is vero. La revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta con l'obbligo di sottoporsi a visita medica o ad esame di idoneità tecnica, vero? Meaning the revision of the driving license can be done when there is an obligation for you to go and do a checkup, a hospital checkup. Why? Because you are not feeling well. So the answer is vero. The next one, la revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta a seguito di guida in stato di ebbrezza o sotto l'effetto di sostanze stupefacenti, vero? Meaning you'll be told to do the revision of your driver license when they realize that you were drunk when you were driving or you were using sostanze stupefacenti. Sostanze stupefacenti are drugs that affect your concentration. Okay? So that is why the answer is vero. La revisione della patente di guida è disposta a seguito di azzeramento dei punti della patente di guida, vero? Meaning the revision of the driving license is done when the point on your driving license are zeroed. So in that case, they will send you a letter at home to go and do revisione. Simple. Okay, because the point on your driving license are zeroed. Very good. The last one, il conducente che non supera l'esame di revisione della patente subisce la revoca della patente stessa. Vero? Meaning the driver that does not pass the revision test, the driver license is being revoked. It means you are too sick or there's something wrong with your psychological abilities. That's why the answer is vero. Is that clear for everyone? Are you learning something? Yes or no? So now we have done the revisione also della patente di guida. Now we are doing revoca patente di guida. Okay. Now let's go on the revoca della patente di guida. What is revoca della patente? Revoca is when they revoke your driver license from you and it is not being given to you anymore. Is that clear? So let's check the questions of revoca. The right questions. It says, la revoca della patente è disposta quando il titolare guida nonostante abbia la patente sospesa, vero? Meaning when your driving license is being suspended and you keep driving and they catch you, they will do what? Revoca. Revoca. Okay, which is revoke, taking your driving license away from you, and you will have to go to the Italian driving school again to do the theory and the practical exams again. So don't venture. Already look at the way you are sweating here. La revoca della patente può essere disposta quando il conducente in autostrada inverte il senso di marcia o percorre la carreggiata contro mano. Vero? Meaning they will revoke your driving license when the driver driving on the motorway begins to drive on the opposite direction of travel. So it is vero. That is inverte il senso di marcia. So it is vero. La revoca della patente è disposta quando il titolare perde permanentemente per sempre i requisiti fisici richiesti, vero? Meaning your driving license will be revoked when they realize that the owner of the vehicle has lost the physical ability forever. Meaning, what are the physical abilities? The physical abilities is, first of all, you can't walk. You can't move your neck. Okay? You can't move your hands. You are disabled physically. Okay? So that's what it means. Requisiti fisici richiesti. Very good. The next one is la revoca della patente è disposta quando il titolare perde permanentemente per sempre i requisiti psichici richiesti. Now, requisiti psichici is the psychological abilities, which is to think, to reason, to differentiate between danger. Okay, that is requisiti psichici richiesti. So it is vero. When you lose all those abilities, they will do what? Revoca. The next one. La revoca della patente è disposta quando la patente stessa viene sostituita con altra rilasciata da uno stato estero. It is vero. Why? He says, they will revoke your driving license when your driving license is being substituted with a different driving license of another state. So it is vero. So those people that are buying patente, you better be careful. If you know them, advise them. Advise them. So it is what? Vero. You can go to another state and buy their driving license and come here and be using it, and you think you are going to score free. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. they will catch you. I know too many people that they have caught. Too many. Too many. You may use it for 3 years. You'll escape. One day, one day. One day, one day. Okay. The next one. It says, la revoca della patente è disposta quando il titolare, sottoposto ad esame di revisione, non risulti più idoneo alla guida. Be careful here. This question, be very careful. It says, they will revoke your driving license when the driver, after the exams of revision, they realize you are no more capable of driving. What does it mean? It means, first of all, you can't think. Number two, you don't have the physical ability to drive anymore. That's what the answer is. Vero. Very good. So now we have done revoca della patente di guida. What is next? This thing is long. Oh. Now we are going on sospensione. Patente di guida. That is what you do that they will suspend your driving license. What is suspensione? Suspensione is they take your driving license from you for a short period of time. Okay? Then they will give it to you after a period of time. Let's see. It says, la sospensione della patente è una sanzione accessoria che deriva dalla violazione di alcuni articoli del codice della strada. Vero? Meaning your driving license will be suspended when you break simple laws on the road or you violate simple laws on the road. So it is vero. La sospensione della patente è disposta, ad esempio, quando il neopatentato circola senza rispettare le limitazioni sui veicoli e sulle velocità. Meaning your driving license can be suspended when the neopatentato, which is the person who recently received his driver's license within the first 3 years, is called neopatentato. You bypass the speed limit or you do not follow the speed limit on the road. They'll do what? Sospensione. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando si superano di oltre 40 km orari i limiti massimi di velocità. Vero? Meaning they will suspend your driving license when you overtake the speed limit on the road above 40 kilometers. Above 40 kilometers of the speed positioned on the road. Okay, it means if the speed on the road is 50 kilometers per hour and you are going at 90 kilometers per hour, it means you have bypassed the speed limit on the road of 40 kilometers per hour. That's what it means. Is that clear? Ok. La sospensione della patente può essere disposta quando si circola in autostrada, sulla corsia di emergenza, in casi non previsti dal codice della strada, vero? It says your driving license will be suspended when circulating on the road or on the motorway. You stop on the emergency lane for the wrong purpose. Okay, for the wrong purpose. So the answer is vero. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando il conducente guida sotto l'effetto di sostanze stupefacenti. Vero, meaning it says your driver license will be suspended when the driver drives under the effect of drugs, sostanze stupefacenti. So it is absolutely vero. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando il conducente guida in stato di ebbrezza alcolica, vero? Meaning your driver license will be suspended when you drive under the influence of alcohol, okay, in stato di ebbrezza. So it is vero. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando il conducente rifiuta di sottoporsi ai accertamenti sul suo eventuale stato di ebbrezza alcolica, meaning your driving license will be suspended when the police interrogate you and they ask you to go through the test of the alcohol test and you refuse to do the test, they will suspend your driver license. So it is vero. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando il conducente fugge senza prestare soccorso alla persona investita, vero? Meaning they will suspend your driver license when you use your vehicle to hit somebody on the road and you do not stop to give aid to that person. So the answer is vero. The word investita means the person you hit with your vehicle. Very good. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando il conducente circola abusivamente con veicolo sottoposto a sequestro, vero? It says they will suspend your driver license when you are driving with your vehicle that is being sequestered. So it is vero. Okay, when they have sequestered your vehicle, you should park it at home, you shouldn't move it. Okay, so that's why the answer is vero. The last one, la sospensione della patente può essere disposta nei confronti di chi abbia falsificato o contraffatto i documenti relativi all'assicurazione del veicolo. So it says your driving license can be suspended when they realize that you have a fake insurance with you. Okay, you have a fake insurance documentation with you. So the answer is vero. Very good. Now we have finished the sospensione della patente. Now we are going on violazione e decurtazione dei punti. Now on violazioni e decurtazione dei punti, which is violations that they deduct points on your driver license. So we are going to take a look on those violations. Ogni patente di guida ha un'attribuzione iniziale di 20 punti. Meaning when you get your driver license, generally you have what? 20 points on your driver license. I repeat, it says, when you get your driver license, how many points do you have? 20 points, 20 punti. Very good. Il punteggio sulla patente diminuisce quando si commettono particolari infrazioni al codice della strada, vero? Meaning the point on your driving license diminishes when we break certain laws on the road. So it is vero. Quando il conducente ha esaurito la sua dotazione di punti sulla patente, deve sottoporsi a revisione della stessa, vero? It means when your points are zeroed, esaurito, so i punti, you have to do what? Deve sottoporsi a revisione della stessa. Meaning you have to do revision of the driver license so that you can gain points on your driver license. La frequenza di apposito corso e il superamento di uno specifico esame consentono al titolare di patente A o B di recuperare 6 punti, arrivando al massimo a 20 punti, vero? Meaning the cause, the specific cause for the patente A and B enables you to recover 6 points on your driving license for you to get to a maximum of 20 points on your driving license. Is that clear? The next one. Le violazioni che comportano decurtazioni di punti commesse entro i primi 3 anni dal rilascio della patente della categoria B sono sanzionate con il doppio dei punti previsti. So it is vero because he says the violations that deducts the point on your driving license, these violations that are done within the first 3 years that you got your patente B, they are sanctioned with a double of the points, meaning they will deduct 2 points from your driving license. Why? Because you had your driving license within the first 3 years. So that's why the answer is vero. Because those who got their driving license the first 3 years, they are called neopatentato, so unexperienced driver. That's what is considered to be. Se si commettono contemporaneamente più violazioni che comportano perdita di punti sulla patente, possono essere decurtati al massimo 15 punti, salvo che si tratti di infrazioni che comportano la sospensione della patente. It is vero because he says, when you violate at the same time different laws, they can deduct a maximum number of 15 points. So far as those violations do not lead to suspension. Okay, so far as those laws lead to the suspension of your driving license. So that's why they will deduct 15 point maximum. The last one, se per 2 anni non commette infrazioni che comportano perdita di punti, il conducente che abbia meno di 20 punti rientra in possesso di tutti i 20 punti, vero? Meaning, if for 2 years you do not break the law, that you will lose points. If the driver that has less than 20 points can gain up to 20 points on his patente, maximum 20 points. So the answer is absolutely vero. Okay. Very good. So this is violazione e decurtazione dei punti. That's the violations that deducts point on your driving license. Now remaining the last 2, then we are starting the quiz, okay? Allora, perdita punti patente. These are the violations that when you violate, they will deduct points on your driving license. Okay. Il superamento dei limiti di velocità di oltre 10 km orari durante la guida comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente. So it is vero, meaning when you bypass the speed limit of 10 kilometers per hour, they will deduct points on your driving license. Okay, very good. Il mancato rispetto di alcune norme relative alla manovra di sorpasso comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? When you violate the law concerning overtaking, manovre di sorpasso, they will deduct points on your driver license. Very good. L'uso di telefono cellulare senza auricolari o viva voce durante la guida comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning when you use your phone without the earpiece or the wireless and you are driving, they will deduct points on your driving license. The next one, circolare senza casco durante la guida quando previsto o con casco mal allacciato comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning, when you are driving without the helmet or with your helmet not tightened well, they will deduct points on your driving license. Il mancato rispetto della distanza di sicurezza da cui sia derivato un incidente comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning when you do not keep the safety distance and from which there is an accident, they will deduct point on your driving license. Il mancato utilizzo o l'uso improprio delle luci durante la guida comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning, when you do not use or when you use wrongly the lights on your vehicle, they will deduct points on your driving license. The next one, il trasporto in sovraccarico o in sovranumero durante la guida comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning the overload, when you transport overload or above the number on the vehicle, they will deduct points on your driving license. L'omesso uso di lenti durante la guida, se prescritte, comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning when you do not use the lens or the space used for driving, and you do not use it because it is prescribed by the doctor, they will deduct points on your driving license. Gareggiare in velocità su strade pubbliche comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning when you race with other vehicles, they will deduct points on your driving license. Circolare sulla corsia di emergenza in autostrada al di fuori dei casi previsti comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? It says circulating on the emergency lane on the motorway out of the main purpose or without following the main purpose for which you are using that lane, they will deduct points on your driving license. The last one is guidare sotto l'effetto di sostanze stupefacenti comporta una perdita di punti sulla patente, vero? Meaning when you are under the influence of drugs, they will deduct point on your driving license as well. Very good. Now, We have done perdita punti patente. Now, the last one is validità delle patenti di guida. It's very simple. That is the validity of each driving license. How long does a driving license last? Let's check it out. Okay. Okay. Let's go. It says, la patente di guida è confermata se il titolare della stessa è ancora in possesso dei requisiti fisici e psichici prescritti. Vero? Meaning the driver license is confirmed if the owner of it is still has the psychological ability and physical ability to drive. So the answer is vero. La patente di guida è confermata a seguito di esito favorevole dell'apposito accertamento sanitario eseguito da medico autorizzato. Vero? Meaning the driver license is confirmed by the doctor after a medical test. So the answer is vero. La patente di guida è confermata dal Ministero delle Infrastrutture e dei Trasporti a seguito di accertamento di idoneità psicofisica svolto da un medico autorizzato. Vero, meaning the driving license is confirmed by the Minister of Transport after a psychological checkup and also a medical checkup on your health. So the answer is absolutely vero. That's why you do the visita medica before going for the patente. Do you people remember? Okay. The next one. La patente di guida di categoria B, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare, ha validità di 10 anni se rilasciata o confermata a chi non ha superato i 50 anni di età. Vero? Meaning the driving license B, apart from other limitations, okay, on the document that we have and our date of birth, it is valid for 10 years if it is given to someone who is not above 50 years old. So the answer is absolutely vero. Now, the next one. La patente di guida di categoria B, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare, ha validità di 5 anni se rilasciata o confermata a chi ha una età compresa fra i 50 e i 70 anni. Vero? Meaning the driving license B, apart from the date of birth, okay, it is valid for 5 years if it is being given to the one who has between 50 and 70 years of age. So the answer is vero. The next one. La patente di guida di categoria B, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare, ha validità di 3 anni se rilasciata o confermata a chi ha una età compresa fra i 70 e gli 80 anni. Vero? So if you have 80 years, 70 to 80 years old, the driver license will be given to you for 3 years. Okay, 3 anni means it will be valid for 3 years. So the answer is vero. La patente di categoria B, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare a validità di 2 anni, se rilasciata o confermata a chi ha superato gli 80 anni di età. The answer is vero. It says the driver license B, apart from the date of birth and the documentations, it is valid for 2 years if it is being given to one that has more than 80 years old. So the answer is vero. The next one. La patente di guida di categoria B è, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare a validità di 10 anni, se rilasciata o confermata a chi non ha superato i 50 anni di età. So it is vero, meaning the driver license will be given for 10 years if it is given to one who is not above 50 years old. So that's the BA. Okay, very good. La patente di categoria A, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare, a validità di 10 anni se rilasciata o confermata a chi non ha superato i 50 anni di età, vero? Meaning the driving license A is being given to the one who is not above 50 years old. Okay, 50 years of age, it will be given for 10 years validity. So the answer is vero. La patente di guida di categoria B speciale BS, salvo diversa limitazione riportata sul documento stesso o salvo allineamento alla data del compleanno del titolare a validità di 5 anni se rilasciata o confermata a chi non ha superato i 70 anni di età. Vero? It says the B speciale, the driver license B speciale, which is the BS, apart from other limitations on the document and the date of birth, it is valid for 5 years if it is being given for someone that is not above 70 years old. So the answer is, of course, vero. And that is the last question, which answer is vero. Very good. So now I'm going to send the link in the group or in the online right now for any one of you that wants to join me, especially those who will be writing their exams soon. I hope you are all here online. If you are busy, it's not my fault. So we are going to send the link right now. So I hope you people have learned something through what we have done. I have been talking for almost 2 hours. So if you tell me you are tired, so you are going to sleep, it is your own palaver. You will figure it out at the exams room. Okay, I've posted the link. So the link, if you know your exams is due, press it and join me. If you know your exams is due, press the link and join me here. And let us do some quiz together. I wanted us to do also the exams of Mr. Amidu, but we can't do it today. The time is already fast spent. So we'll be doing some quiz of exam ministerial. Madam Rebecca Eva, let me know if you want to join. So let me see, Mr. Ola is here. Okay, good. Let me see. Is there anyone? Is there anyone? Let me see. Okay, so I'm waiting just 1 minute more for those who want to join so that they can join me here on the screen. We can have a quick test together. Okay.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Mirak. Tutto bene?
Thank you for your time. Bene, bene.
Thank God. Thank God. Okay, let me see who will be joining. Mr. Vincent, if you feel confident enough, you can join us. This is for those who are getting ready for their exams within a month, I'm waiting just for 2 minutes. If only Mr. Merak is here, then we will do only with Mr. Merak. Those of you who are sending me message during the week, I want to join the class, you want to do quiz, then you are supposed to be online now. Later, don't tell me you didn't send us the link. I am here online, so join. Okay, so I'm waiting for 1 minute, 30 minutes more, then we are starting the exercise. Okay. Time no day, so we are going very quick. It's not like we are playing around here. Allora, Mr. Vincent, tutto bene?
Sì.
Very good. I know you are chilling.
Everything is okay. Thank God.
That's good. That's good.
Benissimo.
Yeah, happy to hear that. Allora. Mr. Merak, you are smiling too much. Oh.
I have to smile away my problem.
Allora, okay, we have Madam Esther here too. Mama Esther, one and only. How are you doing?
Fine, good evening, sir.
Good evening. It's been forever, oh, Mama Esther.
The work is too much. I always have time in the evening.
Oh, okay, understand. Okay, let's go on the quiz. Okay, there's another person on the line. No, there's no one. Okay, good. Let's move. So this is how we are going to do it. This exercise is the SCADA number 1. So I'm not expecting any mistakes on this SCADA. So we will do the SCADA number 1, then we move on other SCADA. Okay. So let me see. Because the people who told me they wanted to do the quiz, they are not even online. Anyway, let's move forward. Got time no day. Allora, let me restart this one. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. Okay, Augustina is here. Very good.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Okay, so please everybody mute yourself for me. Thank you. So Mr. Mirak, you are going, Mr. Mirak and Mr. Vincent, you are going to do this one quiz together. Then Madam Esther and Madam Augustina will do the next exercise together because of the time. Okay, so Mr. Mirak, you are going to start. So please position yourself in the good place because of the internet. Okay, so the question number one, Mr. Mirak, we are going to start from 1 to 15. Then Mr. Vincent will do from 16 to 30. We are starting. Question number one. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato invita, in caso di pioggia, ad aumentare la distanza di sicurezza. Il segnale raffigurato è posto in corrispondenza della fine delle corsie riservate ai pedoni e alle biciclette.
Fast.
Okay, you have to position yourself well because your network is very bad. I delineatori raffigurati dividono la carreggiata in corsie.
Vero.
Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo B transita prima del veicolo O e dopo i veicoli L e H. You say the answer is?
Rapido e figura veicolo B, detto prima dopo.
You said falso?
I veicoli B transitano prima del veicolo O e dopo il veicolo L. Falso.
Allora, il segnale raffigurato può avere il disco rosso sostituito da una luce rossa lampeggiante. No, he's no more here. He went out. I think the network is bad, so his line was disconnected. Okay, Mr. Vincent, let's continue then. It says il segnale raffigurato può avere il disco rosso sostituito da una luce rossa lampeggiante.
Falso.
Ok. Falso. La revoca della patente può essere ok, it's back. So, Mr. Miracle, you can continue. He says, la revoca della patente può essere disposta quando il conducente guida un veicolo intestato ad altra persona senza avere apposita dichiarazione scritta.
Falso.
Ok, now the voice is clear. Per parcheggiare in una zona regolamentata mediante disco orario, bisogna indicare sul disco l'orario di fine della sosta, oppure trascriverlo su un foglio di carta.
Falso.
Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di divieto.
Vero.
Per le luci di posizione è possibile utilizzare lampade di qualsiasi colore.
Falso.
Ok, let's see the number where you are. Ok. Non è obbligatorio soccorrere un ferito della strada per non mettere a repentaglio la propria sicurezza.
Falso.
Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli, bisogna controllare spesso la frizione e il differenziale.
Falso.
Conducente ha l'obbligo di controllare che il veicolo che lo segue rispetti la distanza di sicurezza.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato. Allora, I'm coming. The noise. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una zona riservata ai veicoli dell'aeronautica militare.
Falso.
Ok, let's see the number. Ok, remaining 2. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai autotreni di massa superiore a 3,5 tonnellate, non adibiti al trasporto di persone.
Vero.
Il limite massimo di velocità per un autoveicolo fino a 3,5 tonnellate nei centri abitati è di 40 km orari.
Falso.
Okay, now the next one is starting from Mr. Vincent. You are starting from the 16. Okay, so Mr. Vincent, let's go. Il segnale raffigurato comporta di dare la precedenza ai veicoli che circolano su strada che si incrocia. Allora. Yeah, Mr. Vincent, what's the answer?
Vero.
Ok. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il veicolo N può concludere la manovra di svolta a sinistra dopo il transito dei veicoli R e A.
Vero.
Quando il vigile si dispone con le braccia aperte verso la nostra direzione, come in figura, non si può attraversare l'incrocio.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato indica l'inizio della circolazione per file parallele.
Falso.
Il segnale raffigurato è impiegato su strade che godono del diritto di precedenza.
Falso.
L'uso delle cinture di sicurezza consente il trasporto di bambini sui sedili anteriori in braccio ad un adulto senza pericoli.
Falso.
Le polizze assicurative contro il rischio di incendio del veicolo coprono normalmente solo i danni causati da incendi dolosi, intenzionali e non quelli provocati da incendi accidentali casuali.
Falso.
Il segnale raffigurato è posto dietro ai veicoli per indicarne la nazionalità.
Falso.
Il passaggio a livello è caratterizzato dalla presenza di un attraversamento autostradale.
Falso.
Le corsie A, B e C rappresentate in figura consentono al conducente di andare in tutte le direzioni.
Aspetta. Falso.
Nell'eseguire la manovra di sorpasso bisogna mantenere strettamente la destra.
Vero.
In caso di infossamento su neve o sabbia, non riuscendo a partire con la prima marcia, è opportuno innestare una marcia superiore.
Vero.
I rimorchi TATS sono destinati al trasporto di attrezzature che non devono costituire oggetto di commercio, ma essere impiegate solo per il tempo libero.
Vero.
Il veicolo S, muovendosi in retromarcia per rimettersi nella circolazione, deve suonare ripetutamente il clacson durante la manovra.
Falso.
Ok. Dopo un incidente, se c'è un principio di incendio del veicolo, in mancanza di estintore si può utilizzare una coperta bagnata per spegnere le fiamme.
Vero.
Okay, that's the last question. So now we are doing the correction.
That's it. This is not go well.
Okay, 5 mistakes. So let's see who did all those mistakes, because Mr. Mirak answered 15 and you also answered 15. Okay, so as you can see, Mr. Mirak, this is one of his mistakes. It says, il delineatore raffigurato dividono la carreggiata in corsie. It is falso, because these panels are positioned on the left and right side of the carreggiata. So it does not divide the carreggiata in corsie. It is impossible. Now this thing is well explained also in the animation. That is why if you get the animation, it will help you. Yeah, Mr. Merak, you have the animation, so you can even see it on that topic. You know it. Number 4. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo B transita prima del veicolo O e dopo i veicoli L e H. It is vero. Why? Because they are not trying to say that dopo i veicoli L e H. They are not trying to say that L and H will go after. That's not what they are trying to say. They are saying that B will go first. After that, the O is gone. Okay. E dopo il veicolo L and H, meaning after that L and H are gone, that is when the B will go. That's the meaning of the question. Okay. What you see here, e dopo, means everything that comes after L and H, okay, is the secondary matter. So it means L and H will be the first vehicles to cross. Then the third vehicle is the B. Then the last one will be the O. That's why the 4 is zero. This thing we have done it over and over and over again. So let us remember. Okay. Please, Mr. Merak, mute yourself for me. There is noise. Thank you. Okay, number 12. Number 12 is Mr. Merak. Number 14 to the same. So, Daddy, you mistake only one. No? So, number 12, he says, conducente ha l'obbligo di controllare che il veicolo che lo segue rispetti la distanza di sicurezza. Now, I am intentionally zooming it because I want you people to see it well. Because it's not the first time we have seen this thing. What is the question saying? It says, the driver has the obligation to control that the vehicle che lo segue, who is the veicolo che lo segue? The veicolo che lo segue is the vehicle behind you. The vehicle that is behind you, you have nothing to do with him. Okay? So you don't have to check that the vehicle behind you is respecting the safety distance. You don't. That's not what you have to check. You have to check that you are keeping the safety distance with the vehicle in front of you. That is why the answer is false. Okay, very good. Let's go back to the normal state. The next one you mistake was the number 14. In presenza. Now, this sign simply means vehicles that transport material things that are heavier than 3.5 tons cannot pass here. Finito. That's the explanation for this sign. Is that clear? Let's see what the question is saying. The question says, in the presence of this sign, it is allowed for auto training, okay, that are heavier than 3.5 tons that are not for the transportation of persons to do what? To pass there. So it is false, so because they can't pass there. I just said that every vehicle that is heavier than 3.5 tons that transport material things cannot pass there. Simple. So that's why, Mr. Merak, the 14 is false, okay? Let's move forward. So, Daddy, you mistake the 26 only, which is very good. It says, nell'eseguire la manovra di sorpasso, bisogna mantenere strettamente la destra. This one deceived you. Why? Because it says, in order to make an overtaking, you have to stay more. You have to stay more where? On the right side of the carreggiata of the road. It is false, because overtaking itself is done where? On the left. So why must I stay more on the right side? So that is why the answer is false. Because if you stay more on the right side, you won't be able to do that overtaking. Is that clear, Mr. Vincent?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Allora, Mr. Merak, tutto a posto? Yeah, you can unmute yourself, Mr. Merak.
I'm a disgrace to myself, Larry.
Don't worry, it happens. It's normal. It's better you make 10 mistakes here than at the exams. So it is good. Okay, so Mr. Vincent, Mr. Mirak, please, I'm going to remove you. Then the next test is going to be for Madam Esther and Augustina. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, so Madam Esther and Madam Augustina, we are doing a very simple quiz that you all know, which is the SCADA number 2. So I'm not expecting mistakes, only perfection. So Madam Augustina, you are going to answer the first 15 questions, and then Madam Esther will answer the next 15.
Okay.
Ok, very good. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia di arrestarsi prima di impegnare l'incrocio.
Falso.
Il conducente che intende sorpassare deve accertarsi che la manovra possa compiersi senza costituire intralcio.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di preavviso di fermarsi e dare precedenza.
Vero.
La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km orari deve essere di circa 25 metri.
Falso.
Very good. Lo specchio retrovisore laterale sinistro falsa la percezione della distanza e della velocità dei veicoli sopraggiungenti.
Sopraggiungente. Falso.
L'airbag è utile soltanto nei percorsi extraurbani.
Falso.
Quando l'assicurazione per la responsabilità civile auto è scaduta di validità, è possibile lasciare il veicolo in sosta sulle strade pubbliche.
Falso.
Con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre i quadricicli non leggeri con potenza fino a 7 kW.
Sorry, read it again.
Con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre i quadricicli non leggeri con potenza fino a 7 kW.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato significa che bisogna aggirare l'ostacolo a sinistra.
Falso.
Il segnale raffigurato vale anche di giorno.
Vero.
Se il parabrezza è coperto dalla polvere, bisogna utilizzare il dispositivo di disappannamento.
Disabbonamento. Disabbonamento. Vero.
La striscia bianca continua di mezzo in figura divide la strada in 2 careggiate, ognuna a doppio senso.
Falso.
Di notte nei centri abitati, il veicolo in sosta al margine della careggiata può essere segnalato con le luci di sosta.
Please read it again.
Di notte nei centri abitati, il veicolo in sosta al margine della careggiata può essere segnalato con le luci di sosta.
Vero.
In caso di pioggia occorre aumentare la distanza di sicurezza.
Vero.
Let's see. Okay, this is your last one. Il segnale raffigurato indica la distanza minima di sicurezza tra 2 autoveicoli in transito su quella strada.
Falso.
Very good. So, Madam Esther, you are starting from this one. In caso di incidente stradale, La prima cosa che deve fare il soccorritore è identificare l'infortunato, chiedendogli nome e cognome. Isso è falso?
Sì.
Ok. Le macchine operatrici semoventi possono trasportare fino a 4 passeggeri.
Falso.
Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che stiamo percorrendo un tratto di strada che può allagarsi in caso di forte pioggia.
Vero.
In caso di arresto prolungato in galleria per la formazione di una fila di veicoli, è dannoso per la salute azionare il comando del riciclo dell'aria all'interno del veicolo.
Vero.
Il pannello raffigurato indica i chilometri da fare per poter tornare indietro.
Please, can you grant the image? Falso.
Ok. Fuori dai centri abitati di notte, quando mancano sono insufficienti le luci posteriori di posizione o di emergenza, è obbligatorio presegnalare il veicolo fermo sulla carreggiata con il segnale triangolare mobile di pericolo.
Please come again.
Fuori dei centri abitati di notte, quando mancano o sono insufficienti le luci posteriori di posizione o di emergenza, è obbligatorio presegnalare il veicolo fermo sulla carreggiata con il segnale triangolare mobile di pericolo.
Vero.
In presenza del segnale raffigurato è vietato l'inversione di marcia.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato si trova all'ingresso di un'autostrada.
Falso.
Dovendo attraversare l'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo C transita dopo veicolo E. Veicolo C transita dopo veicolo E.
Falso.
Il vigile disposto con le braccia ad angolo retto come in figura consente di svoltare a destra i veicoli che arrivano dalla sua destra.
Vero.
Il limite massimo di velocità dei quadricicli fuori dai centri abitati è di 70 km orari.
Come again.
Il limite massimo di velocità dei quadricicli fuori dai centri abitati è di 70 km orari.
Falso.
Nella situazione rappresentata in figura, i veicoli transitano nell'ordine TGPB, 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 TGPB.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato segnala che nelle ore indicate vige il divieto di sosta per i veicoli rappresentati in figura.
Falso.
Prima di iniziare a guidare un autoveicolo è opportuno regolare il sedile e il poggiatesta secondo la propria statura.
Vero.
Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una salita ripida.
Can I see the margin bene?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Falso.
Okay, that's the last sans question.
Close it. I made mistake for one.
You said?
I want to correct one.
Which one?
I don't see not that one.
Okay. You started from 16, so 16.
Okay. No, the other drivers, the vehicles, the first vehicle. Okay, not this, not this, not this, this.
Okay.
Per me è vero.
Okay. Finito?
See, for this one I'm confused. 5 errori. 6. Ammassa.
So let's see who did those mistakes. So, Madam Agustina, this one are your mistakes because you started. So let's go through the mistakes. So, Madam Agustina, you mistake the number 5. It says, lo specchio retrovisore laterale sinistro falsa la percezione della distanza e della velocità dei veicoli sopraggiungenti, vero? It means the left side mirror of the vehicle fix the perception of the vehicle behind you approaching. So it is vero, because when you watch the mirrors of the vehicle, you can see exactly at what distance is the vehicle behind you coming from. Okay, so that's why the 5, the answer is vero. Is that clear, Madam Augustina?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Number 8, con la patente di this one we did it today. This topic we did it today. It says, con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre quadricicli non leggeri fino a 7 kW. It is falso.
It was later I noticed that it's false, but I couldn't correct it because I don't really know the number again. This very question.
Okay, no problem. Number 11. Se il parabrezza è coperto dalla polvere, bisogna utilizzare il dispositivo di disappanamento. It is falso. If the parabrezza, the windshield, is covered with polvere, which is dust, you don't have to use the dispositivo di disappanamento. The dispositivo di disappanamento, what is it? It is the heater. I've said this 1,000 times. It is the heater. So you don't use the heater to clean the dust. You use water to clean the dust.
A language calls this one for me.
Okay, so that's why the 11 is false.
Okay.
Allora, number 19, Madam Esther, you mistake it. So it says, in caso di arresto prolungato in galleria, per la formazione di una fila di veicoli, è dannoso per la salute azionare il comando del riciclo dell'aria all'interno del veicolo. Falso. Why should it be dannoso? It says, in case you stop in the gallery for a long time because of the traffic, Danoso means it can damage your health if you on the air condition in the vehicle. It is false, so it will not damage anything. So you have to on it, as a matter of fact. So that's why the 19 is false. I repeat, this is the Examen Ministerial Schedule number 2. So we have not even gone anywhere. It is not far. It is close. It is an exercise we have done over and 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 over again. Okay,
It's
number 25. You said?
It's a language barrier.
This language barrier, I understand you, but when something is being taught, just try to, remember it. That's all. Yeah, try to remember it. I hope you know I'm not Italian. I'm also not Italian. No? So let us do our best and learn this thing. None of us, I was not born here. None of us were born here. I was not born here. So, allora, 25. It says, now, first of all, let me explain this sign so that you can understand the question. When the vigile is positioned in this manner, the right side, the vehicles coming from the right side, the vehicles coming from the front, the vehicles behind the vigile is color red of the traffic light. Is that clear for everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Fine. If that is clear, it means on the left side, that is where the traffic light is green. Okay, because the front and back and the right side, they are all red of the traffic light. Meanwhile, on the left side is color green of the traffic light. So, if that is the case, let's check the question. The question says, il vigile è disposto con le braccia ad angolo retto come in figura. When the vigil is positioned in the right angle, it allows the vehicles coming from his right side to turn on the right side. Whew, it is false. Why? Because on the right side is color red. So every vehicle coming from his right side, they have to do what? They have to stop. Very simple. That's why 25 is false.
Okay.
Okay, is that clear, Madam Esther, Madam Augustina?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, well done, everyone. Today we are going to end it here. So today we did the Patenti and Punti. Tomorrow we are going to do the distanza di sicurezza, because it's one of the topics that people wrote, and possibly also incrocio, because some people wrote incrocio also. So we'll try and treat it so that everything can be clear for everybody. Okay, va bene. Madam Esther, tutto a posto? Madam Augustina, tutto a posto? You want to add something?
So I'm still finding it difficult. That's a topic, inquinamento.
Inquinamento?
Yes.
But nobody wrote inquinamento in the group.
Yeah. As for me, I'm talking about myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You are supposed to write it in the group so that I will know, because we will do only those things that people wrote. So now you're saying,
I'll write it.
Yeah, but now you have said it, so no problem. I'll try and see if we can do it also tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I forget to tell you that I have an exam.
Okay. When?
20.
Il 20.